I totally consider lockdown.
To each one of you. Uh, Firstly, I would like to thank Kajal ma'am, Rahul sir, Dr. Anupama ma'am for joining us, for giving us this precious time and the cause that we all are involved in, that is the counseling of students. So thank you so much for joining in. So before we could start in, I would like to introduce each one of you. Kajal ma'am, she is hosts as the executive director of Gayatri Group of Schools, and she is also the executive CEO of Edudrone We Connect. So it's just the two tags that I have informed, but there are so many other philanthropic movements that she is involved in, and something that she hasn't informed me, but I had come to know from the Facebook channel that she's also an author. She has recently published the book as well. So that was also on her YouTube channel, and the Facebook it had gone. Oh, great. Two books.
Third in the making.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. And Rahul sir. Rahul sir is the enabler-in-chief of Invoke Consulting. He's joining us from Pune, Maharashtra. And he is basically, to describe him in one word, he is HR leader. He is a person who is involved with managing people. Like we all know, managing people is the most difficult task on the earth, where you have a group of people and you need to and understand their emotions. You need to provide feedback. So all these are the specialities of Mr. Rahul Clifford Saluja. And it's our pleasure, and we really thank you for joining us, and I hope your experience in this field of HR domain will definitely give a great immense help to all our students. And Dr. Anupama Jannalgada, she is the professor at Badruka College, Osmania University, right from Hyderabad. Thank you so much for joining in. She is, wait, I think I need two papers to explain, to write down about her the graduation, post-graduation, and the gold medalist, all that. So to precisely speaking in two lines, she is a gold medalist. She has completed MCom. She has completed MPhil from Pondicherry University. She is an MBA in finance. Earlier to this, she worked with SVIT, JNTU, Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University of Hyderabad. After that, she moved to Osmania. Right now, she is working as a professor. At the same time, she is a counselor. She teaches. She's most importantly, she has done her thesis in finance. She's a PhD. She has completed thesis in finance risk management. So definitely, it will be a great help for our students to learn from her experiences in finance stream. So these are our three eminent speakers over here, and you all got a chance to talk to our principal, Mrs. Madhuri Devnani ma'am, to describe her in one word. She is a person who gives enough amount of freedom to people to complete the task. Like, for example, something that I have also experienced. She is a training personality. She involves in a lot of trainings. She has completed MSc. She has DMIT and also a B.Ed. She herself was a biology teacher. She had worked here in Atmiya Vidyapith as a biology teacher. She has n number of trainings to her curriculum, where she had engaged herself in employees' performance. She used to gauge the performance of mentor employees, the teachers, and at the same time providing feedback. She is also certified by Smriti Irani in the best results of board results. She has attended as well as conducted many CBSE trainings. And the most recent one which went live was art integrated training, which she had conducted across many schools. So this is a little bit of information about our principal, Mrs. Madhuri Devnani ma'am. So this was the introduction part. I hope all the students have joined, and yes, we will need a few more minutes to wait for the other students, because the other schools are also joining in. In the meantime, could you please tell us, I mean, what is your experience? Have you ever been a part of any training in Gujarat? Rahul sir, Anupama ma'am, Kajal ma'am, Gujarat?
Virtually, yes. Virtually, yes, but not face to face.
Okay. Definitely,
The
when
same
things are normal, I wish that we would, instead of meeting online, instead of virtual discussion, definitely by God's grace, if there is a chance, we all will meet in Gujarat.
That will be a great experience, Sridevi. In Gujarat, not only virtually, but live also, day in and day out, I am with this counseling because many students in different semesters come out with doubts like what is going to be our career in finance and how we have to go about what is latest happening. So counseling has been my cup of tea and I'm very much into it. Thank you.
My question to, since we received a couple of questions from students, and the first question, of course, there are so many questions. What we did is we just jotted down a few of them. This one, after 12 months, what do you see the future of a child? What is the future of a child after 12 months from now? Because as we all know, the COVID crisis is going on. So what should a student focus on for next 12 months? Kajal ma'am, would you like to answer this?
Yes, it's a brilliant and a beautiful question. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to enlighten, our young buddies. And I think we need to learn from them. They are so techy these days, and we find, handling going live. We find it really very difficult. And learning this technique is need of the hour. So dear students who are listening to me, and even those who are, live on YouTube, I will start with 3 triggering points. One is adapt, change. One, after adapting, enjoy the flow of learning. Okay. And then comes once you get that flow, you pass on to your colleagues, to your friends too. And now I'm coming to the point that yes, for this 12 months, what exactly they must do? They must focus on upskilling, upgrading themselves, and learning is a phase. Dear students, I will tell you, I am still learning every day. I recently did one course which I want to share with you. I learned the art of doodling, that's known as visual thinking. I am trying Drawify. Just try it out. Drawify is the application where you can participate, download, and you can make your own doodle art. And we are in the digital world, my dear friends. This is the new normal. We have to accept. And self-motivation is the key to success. Nobody at home, at school is going to come and force you to study. By the way, see, even parents will give up. Your teachers will give up. I'm speaking from a very, very practical point of view here now. My dear students, self-motivation is the key. Keep motivating yourself. Have that fire in you of doing something new. Yes, mujhe ye karna hai. Okay. And be daring, be experimental. There is, when you do something new, there is no right or wrong, my dear friend. Keep on trying. And by the way, I'm going to read out, and of course, this I have explored from one of the magazine, that India has the demographic edge, a young talent pool, and it will be the youngest, you can say, country upcoming by 2030. And so let's embrace this change. And future has always told us that India's higher education sector has supplied some of the world's biggest and best CEOs so far. I'll read out those companies which you will relate with: Microsoft, Google, MasterCard, and Adobe. All the CEOs are Indians. So we have young talent with us, and you just need to find out that one innate quality in you. What are you meant for? Once you get to know about it, मैं किस चीज के लिए बना हूं, then you see sky will be the limit. You will be unstoppable. Nobody can stop you. Landscape has also expanded over the past decade, like from 436 universities in 2009-10, it increased to 903 in 2017-18. From 26,000 colleges to over 39,000, colleges, having the student enrollment ratio, which was 36.6 million, which is the third largest, which is the third big number next to China and United States. So through this, little research, I just want to ignite that fire in our students. Dear students, you are getting the best, which we didn't, got at our time. I always say, ha, oh, ye mere time pe hota tha. But it's okay. We are never late. Even an 80-year-old woman can do what you're doing right now. So why don't you do it now? So come on, wake up. We are there with you together, and let's enjoy in just 1 year. Make your financial planning, learn. See, you can do wonders. Come up with your business plan. Okay? Padai, everything, education will go on and on. This you have to do it. This is not the need of the hour, only education, getting degrees, but along with that, have a habit of learn and earn. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As you have rightly mentioned, motivation. Motivation is the key aspect. And that was wonderful, the research that you did. You were reading out the stats. I was just keenly observing. Oh my God, what amount of research she had done. Thank you so much for that. I am 100% sure this suggestion of yours will help others. Students, please make a note of it. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you, sir. Sir, NEP, National Education Policy, was out in July 2020, wherein there were so many new policies that students had to understand. One important policy or one important change among the different changes that were incorporated, one change was regarding the coding classes to be introduced from 6th standard onwards. So coding classes, what is your opinion about it? So do you feel the next era is going to be digital? It's the digital age that we are coming in. Each and every student should learn coding. We also need to go for the classes of coding. What is your opinion, sir?
Thank you very much, Devi. Just quick background to my experience with technology. I starting about computers in the year 1986 when IBM came into India and joined hands with the Tata Group. So I've been engaging with computers far longer than a lot of people, perhaps 10 years before they were born as well, those who are attending this. While there is a very exciting future for people who are interested in coding, there is making of software games, there's artificial intelligence, there's virtual reality, there's augmented reality. So there's a lot of stuff happening as far as computers, technology, and coding is going. However, I'd also like to share that that is not the only career that is left for all of us to grow in. There are a lot of other careers, depending on what your interests are, that I'm going to encourage you guys to sort of pursue. Look at all of us who are talking to you over here. We have different levels of understanding of technology, but we are talking to you about our experience in an area that is not yet been completely taken over by technology. Okay, the lovely food that you eat in restaurants and hotels, at weddings, okay, you will still need people. What about understanding about the world, about geography, geology? What about understanding about the history of the earth? What about understanding about plants and animals, botany, biology? All of that are still very viable career options for everybody. Yes, technology is coming in, but we are using technology to support all of these areas to help research go faster. In Kajal ma'am's list among Indians leading large companies, there's gentleman, Mr. Krishna, who's leading IBM, and I've spent a lot of time at IBM, so I can tell you that I'm not a technology guy, but I still did well. I used to teach leaders at IBM about how to lead people, that as Sridevi shared in my introduction. So we will need people for all of these areas, including the softer parts. There will be skill sets that you will need to impart to people that are not technology related. There will be soft skills. There'll be how to engage with people. There will still be personality development. So there's still a large scope of stuff that you guys can pursue. But yes, don't ignore technology. All of us, just before we started, we were talking about how 1 year ago we didn't imagine we'd be doing this. So get comfortable with it. When I was at IBM, the CEO said, you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Changes will happen. Okay? Just try and see how you can understand those changes and go along with it. So my answer, in short, technology is important, but that is not the only career. Understand it, see how you can use it in the area that you're interested in. Even sports, technology is helping you guys out there. Okay, so that's my take on the new coding segment in the NEP. Thank you, Sridevi. Back to you.
Great. So that opens up an avenue that, okay, we need not go for coaching classes. So thank you so much for that one-liner. Be a little relieved now. Yes, that was jokes apart, you mentioned a very important point over here, that coding is not all at the same time. There are other professions as well. So definitely when someone is creating a program, there would be one person who would be writing the script. There would be a content developer. So with respect to all professions. But one interesting point that you had mentioned over here about agriculture. So that agriculture point, that's something that was, it's more interesting. You said, what are we going to eat? Food. That is the need of the hour now. Because after the crisis that we all have faced, definitely the employment rate coming down, people are trying to find out more jobs. So earning food, agriculture, which paves the path to farmers. So what is, back to Kajal ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rahul, sir. Continuing your point, an interesting point that you mentioned about food aspect. Kajal ma'am, agriculture, what do you think technology can play a role over here? Artificial intelligence in agriculture.
That's I'm enjoying this. I'm loving this, the way it is, like, had taken a twist from coding to a coming to ground. Now, all dear students, if you're listening to me, I love visuals. I love now we are talking about artificial intelligence. I am giving you one theme to envision. Have 3 bubbles over here. Okay, one bubble you are wearing, whether it's him or her or he or she. Just imagine yourself with dressed up beautifully, and without even touching the soil, without even being on the, we know it, when we talk about agriculture, we only talk about sowing seeds and involving ourselves into real time hard work which is involved in it. Now imagine that you have an automated AI driven agriculture farm, all bots around you. Okay, and all the farmers are replaced by your AI driven bots. You just imagine. In fact, they are also beautifully dressed. So this is what we have to envision, we have to imagine. And by the way, this is one sector which is ignored, wherein 60 to 7, though I'm not very good in numbers, by the way, I'm a literature person, I love talking, I am you could make out, but I love numbers. Still I numbers. That is why I get attracted. जो हमें नहीं आता ना वो ही करना होता है हमें, है ना? So wherein 60 to 70% of population depend on it. Our 18 to 20% GDP is based on it, but still that segment is ignored somewhere. So my dear students, through AI, through artificial intelligence, you can bring AI in real estate, you can bring AI in everything. And now learning coding, robotics will be need of the hour. Even for us, even for, you know, teachers who are in 40s, 50s, 60s. Now, don't guess my age. Sorry, I'm not going to tell you, but still,
No,
but
we are not
still
going to
we
do
need
that. That mistake we are not going to do, because here three of them are females. So we will never catch that point.
So even we will be replaced very soon, and we will be outdated. So I am coming to that point once again. AI is the new future, is the new, you know, language of education very soon, which we need to find it out in our own ways. I'm not telling you learn AI only in this segment, that segment, and whatsoever. Learn it the segment which you like. Learn it. If you like AI in education, go for it. If you like AI in farming, go for it. And catering to health sector, catering to, you know, even NGOs, there are, it's like, it's immense, it's like manthan. So find your, you know, we always say find your passion. It's the need. Like, I got my passion in COVID-19, that yes, I can convince people, I can empower, and I can speak so well. So I came up with my you know, e-platform EduDrone We Connect, what I do only on Sundays. And dear students, why I'm sharing, there is a reason. I want you all to create such platforms of your own, where you can create content, make websites, and you can do wonders. You can do wonders. Find me, like, you know, you can get me everywhere. Kajal Chatija, aa jao, पूछो, हम discuss करेंगे. I'm always in to help my, you know, dear students sitting there, and I can see my principal with wide smile over there. So over to Sri Devi ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, definitely. That was a big boost to all of us, that create your, now we are going, this is going to be online for now. So definitely we all need to learn, and thanks for sharing that point. Carrying it over the same point, that is technology. Anupama ma'am, Dr. Anupama ma'am, would you like to tell us about the role of technology in finance, or artificial intelligence, the role of artificial intelligence in finance?
Thank you, Sridevi. Hope I am audible.
Yes,
Hope I'm
ma'am,
audible.
absolutely.
Before I welcome to all the students here, I wish you all the best. Before I go in for making you understand what is the role of artificial intelligence in finance, I would like to give you a small introduction about what is finance, and where from this, apart from the coding and agriculture and other arts and science, where from this finance has dropped in. So if you are opting for commerce as your career, with your passion or interest, you will be coming across a subject called finance, wherein it deals with the money and cash, which is the second next important thing after our food and living and healthy living. So money and cash, everybody is aware of. So that is the relevance of finance in our life. And right from childhood, from the day you get your pocket money, you know what is the meaning of money and how to make use of it. Finance, when you enter into your commerce background, will enable you to handle the same. So what is so finance basically, it's about money, investment, how to get good return, where you have to interest, how well you have to use your finance to multiply them, provided you are interested in multiplying other than simply spending. So finance is a cup of tea for everybody in everyday life and throughout the day, I should say. So what is the relevance of finance? And earlier, the conventional way of looking at finance or the subject or investment was very conservative, but now things are open with a concept called core banking, which is also, which is very much technology with banking, wherein you can sit at your home or any part of the world, and the technology is at your fingertips, and you have your banking in your hand. As a very simple example of that is, if you have to check your account balance, what is it? You can simply log in with your password, and you have net banking, where you're able to see how much money is there in your account. So that is the benefit of core banking we have derived. Definitely, it is technology in banking to begin with. Now, what is artificial intelligence? Now, artificial intelligence has become the keyword or code word, I mean, the word of the hour, I should say, like the need of the hour, wherein everything is being converted into artificial intelligence. It is very, very interesting and exciting to know, wherein it makes our living very simple, provided we adopt it, if you are interested in adopting it. And when it comes to finance, it transforms the way we interact with money. Like I told you just now earlier, people had to be, I mean, people of our generation had to stand in a queue, take a token, give the check to withdraw the money. But that the new people need not withdraw the money at all. Simply a click of the button at the fingertip, Google Pay, money is paid. You are done. So artificial intelligence, that is a technology in finance, has transformed the way you look at money, you interact with money. And also it helps in financial industry to streamline and optimize processes ranging from credit decisions to quantitative trading and financial risk management. You may wonder how we are listening about so many cyber crimes and all that, money is being lost and all that. There is always a good part, and I mean, there are two sides of the coin, but if well maintained, artificial intelligence definitely in finance is going to take you a long way. And artificial intelligence, machine learning, these are the concepts which are going to live and take you further for the next 10 years, I should say. And you, when it comes to you, next generation, your children, artificial intelligence might be a old term. Like we are talking about banking, finance, etc. Now, finance is not old anytime. It's always dynamic. As long as money, cash is important to people, finance is always there. Only way we are able to improvise its use is by imbibing technology into it. And how quickly we can adapt to technology, the more or the quicker we will be able to enjoy the benefit of technology with finance. And to understand this concept, one has to be in the stream of commerce. And if you are liking commerce and if you get into it, like Kajal was saying, numbers are magic. You will really enjoy what is financial accounting, what is financial management. You not only learn, you will be able to educate the people around you as to how wisely they can use their monies. You can be a chartered accountant, you can do become computer science, where again there is technology into it. And to your fortune, good fortune, when you enter into MBA, now there are different disciplines in MBA like data analysis or business analytics. All these all these aspects will help you to choose what is close to your heart, which you want to pursue as your career, and make a very bright career. So artificial intelligence is going to be an inseparable part of not only finance, not only agriculture, not only biology. Most importantly, biology students, these life science students are going to make use of it very well, not only engineering students. So you can always think about it as a very good career option. Thank you, Sridevi.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes. So it was a huge pack of information in 4 minutes, I should say. It was a double pack. Thank you so much, ma'am. Definitely, the points that you have mentioned about the technology in finance, and at the end, what you said about technology, the artificial intelligence and biology. Yes, we are definitely going to come back to that question, because there is going to be a forum where students will ask questions, and it will be, and so definitely it is an important part of discussion, like you just now mentioned. So it was a huge amount of discussion that we had, one about NEP coding, one about finance, a little amount of information based on the artificial intelligence. So HR question, yes. Now, one thing that I wanted to discuss, one point that I wanted to mention about board exams. Since board exams got cancelled, and the 10th standard students, now what we did is, to understand the questions of students, we rolled out a Google form, and we tried to find out the questions that they are pondering on. So a few, we received a huge amount of questionnaire. Of course, a few of them, like, I'm waiting, some say a part of it, some say we categorized it, and some say that any which way, when the results are out, most probably on 20th of June, then definitely that is the point when we will decide which stream we should take in. Some students say that, oh, I am good at science, I like learning, I remember the theoretical concepts very well, so I will definitely, I'm good at maths, so I will definitely go for the science stream. Some say that, no, like Anupama ma'am said, about banking. I definitely want to go in as a job of a cashier. I want to earn money. I want to make money. I want to learn how to make money. So probably they will go into, I mean, that's the mindset that if I take commerce, I will definitely earn some money or understand how to earn money. One question that I had in my mind, even a student asked the same thing, that what is the role of parents, role of students, and the role of an educational institution in mentoring? So basically, right now, what is most important for a student? So,
I would like to answer can I answer this, Sridevi?
yes, ma'am, absolutely.
So when it comes to role of the students, me being a teacher at home, taking online classes, also having children having doing their engineering graduation, I see them how they are following the online classes. They also see me how I am handling the online classes and what is the presence and presence of the attendees of the class, etc. So immediately the need of the hour of the student is they have to take interest in their own self. Sometimes my children who are also in the same age group come to me and say, oh, online classes, it was better sitting in the front bench and listening to the lecturer carefully and having doubts and asking them immediately, being in engineering. And it was nice going to labs, having that interaction and the personal interaction, etc. was good. And really looking at the machine and doing the work. She's in one of them is in mechanical. Was good, good. But somehow we feel slightly, taken aback or not so much up to date satisfaction we are not having. But I keep motivating them saying, if you take interest in yourself, the media should not be a problem matter, whether you're offline or online. Like there's a book called Who Moved My Cheese. In that, it very specifically says, if time permits you, all of you please read that. It's very simple English and you'll understand how you have to take interest in your own self. Unless you take interest in your own self, you cannot even lift the pencil in front of you and put it aside. I'm giving a simple example of moving a pencil from one side to other. The same thing will happen in turning a page of a book from one page to other. So unless, this is from the student point of view, unless you take interest in yourself, unless you maintain discipline, that is academic discipline, personal discipline, things will not, nobody will come and move for you. Your mom can cook for you, your mom can mix it for you, your mom can feed with a spoon for you if you are busy or if you are not interested, but she cannot gulp it on behalf of you. She cannot get the nutrition on behalf of you. So it is as good as that a teacher will prepare the material for you, try to put in, solve your doubts, and get ready for whatever content they have to give you according to the university syllabus, etc. And when you have doubts, you will have to raise up yourself, meet the teacher, interact personally, and no teacher, I doubt, on the earth will say, no, I am busy, I cannot clear your doubt. There is no question of a teacher saying that. Like a mother cannot say, I won't feed you today, go. I have no mood. It is as good as that a teacher is a parent of the child, and anybody is having a doubt, you come, you approach the teacher. There is no question of doubts not being cleared. So it's up to, first and foremostly, the student's discipline, student interest has to be within one's own self in order to catch up with or in order to be in these online sessions. Point number 2, parents. Me being a parent, again, I step into the shoes of a parent and talk not like a professor now. Parents, you please don't compare your children with others. You don't keep reminding your children, we are spending so much on you, that avenues we have created, this avenues we have created, you are not doing anything. That will demotivate them, bore them, instead of instilling or installing any kind of encouragement in them. Try to be supportive. If you observe they are not being careful, they are not learning properly, look at a good time when they are with you, telling a soft voice or telling a language with they understand. I'm talking from a psychology point of view, not from a professor point of view, right? So you must be able to understand where they are going wrong, whether it is problem with the teacher, their own self, in 75% of the time. If there is no pressure on them, students would like to put a book aside, look into their Instagram, Facebook, etc. Whatever they want to do, gaming, etc., they will be doing, especially hiding from the parent. So how best you can monitor them? You must be monitoring, but without their knowledge And if you know that they are keeping the books away and getting time, whiling away their time, and speak with them and answer and tell them, you are making a career path. And if you do like this, if you are not taking yourself seriously, nobody can take you seriously. So this is from the parent point of view. Another 2 minutes I will take from the institution point of view. I am sure all the institutions are trying their level best to provide whatever technology required, aids required. I'll give you my own examples. We are given teams very well connected, and we are sent I do deal with finance. I have to work out so many problems, and I don't believe in sending the content soft copies. I work out on the board. That's the reason why I'll have maximum students attending my class. So it's always better to have interaction, though we are online. From the institution point of view, if you are regularly taking classes, create a confidence in students that no matter it is online or offline, you are going to learn content for which you have joined and which you are then it's a part of confidence building than teaching that is more important for students, because we are not face to face now. If it is face to face, it will be simple. I hope my other faculty friends will also agree with what I have shared. Thank you, Sridevi.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Over to you, Madhuri, ma'am.
A big confusion is there in students regarding the stream selection. Isn't it, my dear children? Science, commerce or arts? Okay. Parent is saying something else, friend is doing something else. Now what to do? A big question mark. Actually, normally students are unaware about the fact that 10th is the initial and crucial stage of building career. They take the decision with puzzled and ambiguous mind and selecting a wrong stream, thereby opening the door to worst consequences in the long-term career perspectives. But on the other hand, few students are very clear about what they want in their life. Choosing the correct path is very crucial. Nowadays, every field has lots of opportunities, but one should always choose according to their interest. As said by ma'am, interest, passion, that should be there in your mind for the selection of the stream. Okay, students? Here at Atmaya Vidyapeeth, we provide science, commerce, and humanities, all the three streams. Science is the most favorite career option for parents and students. All the parents want their child to become a doctor or engineer or a scientist. If you are fascinated by numbers, finances, and economics, then commerce is for you. Arts, humanities are of those who are interested in academic research. Isn't it, students? If you are creative and want to dive deep into humanity, then arts is the stream for you. Atmaya Vidyapeeth focus on research-based study rather than textual answers. Okay, so we also offer skill subjects like food, nutrition, and dietetics, banking for commerce students, information technology for science as well as art students. So at senior secondary level, which are helpful to students in future too. Okay, so my dear students, before deciding or choosing the stream, the thing which you have to remember in the mind is your own interest and passion. Thank you, Sridevi ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay. Students, as ma'am had discussed about the skill subjects, because definitely the three streams that she had discussed, yes, we are aware. And the skill subject, please do take a note of it, visit our website, try to find out about what are the career options that are available to you post the training, because we have got excellent faculty over here at Atmaya Vidyapeeth who is teaching all these subjects. Like we have the MPhils and PhD teachers who are taking up such courses, and they have got huge amount of industrial experience as well to explain skill subjects. They come from a vast experience. So talking about taking in what Madhuri ma'am had informed, thank you ma'am, about career options. This is again an interesting question for students. before we wind up the discussion, our three eminent speakers, would you like to share the upcoming career options that are available? Kajal ma'am, Rahul sir, Anupama ma'am.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyone can go ahead. It's okay. Anupama ma'am, you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like, yeah, sure. Thank you, Kajal and Rahul, for giving the opportunity. Yeah. I would like to focus, if you, Sridevi, are the students coming from 10th to 11th or they're passing out 12th?
10th
Clarity, please.
standard. 10th
They're-
standard.
They'll complete 10th and come to 11th, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, on the basis of that, I can guide them. So after 10th, by now, the students might have framed their mind which subject is very close to them and which they like, which they don't like. Usually at that stage, it is like liking and disliking the subjects. So some students, they develop a lot of passion for numbers, maths and science, that is physics, chemistry and mathematics. And if they are going into that line, point number one, if they are going into that line, the avenues are ample. Ample means they can go either in not only engineering, they can go into BSc. In BSc, they have many routes. And if somebody wants to go in for biology, if they go, medicine is not the ultimate objective. There are so many things they can do. If they are into biology, like earlier I have told you, they can go to zoology, microbiology, biochemistry, environmental science, genetics, bioinformatics, life sciences, psychology. There are so many options they can do in one thing. Okay, I told about maths now, I told about biology now. Coming to my own stream, which is commerce. Commerce, if you are getting into, let me tell you, that will be a universe opening to you. I don't think I'm exaggerating, because whatever stream you do, even if you're doing engineering, you need accounts, you need to come back to, somebody has to make a balance sheet for you tomorrow if you are setting up your own. Suppose you're doing biology, that also requires taking a sample, giving the results, that also requires data analysis. So when you're coming into commerce, it will be called the social science. So social sciences will be changing according to the requirement of the society, like economics, econometrics, then commerce, arts. Then if you are getting into, so you can as well, if you are getting into commerce, the options are highly professional qualification, being chartered accountant. Then you can get into business management, you can get into advertisement and sales management. If you are more creative, the sky will not be the limit for you. If you are getting into advertisement, sales management, then digital marketing, that is the order of the day, digital marketing. We are surviving on that only in COVID situation. Then human resource management. Human resource management is not everybody's cup of tea, but very good talkative and you manage people with compassion and all that. Human resource management will be your cup of tea. So these are very few to mention in the limited time I have to tell you. But now, when you were entering into sciences, don't think that engineering is the only goal of life. Okay, and there are so many avenues which you can pursue. And let me focus for next 2 minutes on commerce, because my stream being commerce and finance. So how much you can do? So there are so many new things coming up, like startups, etc. Which will, and not only that, BBA course is there, which will enable you an entrepreneurship being a separate a stream in either BBA or MBA, where you can take it as a specialization. If somebody is interested, if you are from a business background, or if you are having a dream about setting a unit, which is the order of the day, Prime Minister is also calling for make India. So be Indian, do Indian, and let us prosper as Indians. So, so from now on, you can take your baby steps to understand what is commerce, what is financial accounting, what is marketing, what is advertising. So you can take baby steps to understand each and every aspect. Equip yourself with the courses which are framed in that particular course, which enable you to understand about a particular aspect of how to run a business. Then when you graduate, already the avenues are ready. The startup now, people earlier, it used to be very difficult for people to get loans or approach a bank. It used to be nightmare. But now it is not. The people under you, which say, you please have a business idea. We are ready to help you finance you. And once you start, if you have a very good business plan, you just start out. That's all. You are making good, and you are not only sustain yourself, you are able to provide employments, at least 10, 15 people around you instead of 0. That number is good number where you can employ them. And along with that, there will be so many people surviving because of your startup. So when you are in commerce, you will be learning subjects like economics. Should I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Should I continue?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
When you are in commerce, you will be learning, you'll be learning subjects like accounting, economics, then the business process engineering, all these in entrepreneurship, then what are startups, what is industrial policies, what is economic environment, and the like, all these things which are necessary. Let me tell you, in whichever area you are going, you will come back to these points. And what happens is, if you have specialized in engineering, when you set up your own unit, you may have to depend on others to do this work for you. But if you are into that line, you yourself can do, you can understand what is the profit you're making, what are the returns you have to make, how best you can manage finances, etc. And your BCom subjects and your MComs, MBA subjects will enable you to equip yourself, develop the skill of managing a business. You can either be an employee somewhere or you can employ people for yourself. So after 10th, these are the 3 streams main. Not only that, there are other streams also. People can, if you are good in history, sciences like that, you can go in for preparing for civils. But whatever it is, the baseline is you should do something which is close to your heart. You should set a goal.
So thank you so much. Thank you, Anupama ma'am. She is like Gyan Manthan, I must say. Now getting back to the question, you see, I love giving demos and I love sharing my personal experiences. So, my own 2 sons, one is preparing for BBA, second has just finished 10th and he is in a party mode. So you might have read that Mimi, Utsav Manao, Party Manao. So actually he's partying, he's making Oreo cakes and whatnot. So, but it's very crucial time for him to decide. So I'll just tell you from my own experience what I did. See, sometimes students are not comfortable with their parents. Okay. Sometimes they're not comfortable with their teachers. So find your comfortable zone, whether you like to discuss with your parent, teacher, friends. Okay. So what we did, we actually sat, me and my husband, we sat with my son and we did career counseling. We sat for 2 hours to find out what he is meant for, because students, trust me, this is a very important exercise which you must do, whether you like, as ma'am had told you all the information. She has given it so briefly, so nicely. In just 10 minutes you got the commerce, science, humanities, financial, everything. But what are you meant for is very important. See, through that, I'll tell you, I'll straight away come to the point. In 2 hours counseling session, we got to know that my son is very creative. His creative quotient is excellent. Okay. And he is not a theoretical person. He loves practical. And he is into business. And of course, he's my son. He loves business. Okay. And he loves showcasing, orate, and being on forums, presenting his ideas in a more creative way. So we found out, yes, commerce is the stream for him. And then and we also explored that he loves involving his energy into creative segments. So that is why he's also doing a course, that is Arduino AI intelligence. He will be doing for 2 years, so that skill will complement. And then after 12th, whether he does BBM, whether he does BBA, or he does hotel management, data science, my dear students, listen, open, shake your ears. This is the next gold, and it will be utilized in every sector. How online technology analyze the data science, when we download the app, how it captures the data. So that is something you must learn. And dear students, just analyze what is data science. This is the new gold, I'm telling you. And you must learn how to analyze, how to learn, and how to relate. and do some of the courses related to this segment, which is and even as I wanted to show you this book. It's a must have book. This is the skill which is required for every business. How to win people, how to win friends and influence people, by Dale Carnegie. This is one thing. See, if you are an engineer, you are the project manager, you are the lead head. I'm giving you one example. You have made one, a project, one product, but you don't know how to speak, you don't know how to sell. You are gone. People, those who are there with you, can speak. They will take it over and present it. It's as if it's their product. So my dear students, this is a skill which is communication. God has given us this tongue. So please, 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 read this book and you will get much more. Thank you. Thank you so much, Principal Ma'am and Sridevi Ma'am, for allowing me to share my insights.
It's the pleasure is all on our side, because we had a wonderful session where Kajal ma'am, Rahul sir, Anupama ma'am shared their insights. And in fact, the questionnaire that we have created, which students have sent in, so definitely we will note down. In fact, you all have shared your answers, and at the same time, I'll share it across to your email IDs as well, so that you could take some time and we'll get back to the students again with the answers. So thank you so much for your time and patience and the crucial information that you have shared over here. There are 2 links that we have shared in our Atmiya Vidyapeeth YouTube channel description box. One link is about the inquiry form, where the student details and it's an inquiry form, and the other link is the feedback form. So your feedback matters. Like 3 speakers have already informed, and Rahul sir, you being an HR personality, so because you're a master of feedback, and that's more important. If I wouldn't have included over here, then definitely you would have given me feedback. Ma'am, you didn't include the feedback form. So there's a feedback form in YouTube channel. I request all of you, please do fill, and definitely the testimonials will help us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sridevi, for including me in this session. It was very pleasure is mine participating, and it's nice interacting with students. I look forward to associate with you. And I also profusely thank your principal, ma'am, Madhuri Devnani, ma'am, for providing this opportunity. Ma'am, thank you very much. I wish we will be in interaction. And any help, anytime in the commerce side. Sorry.
Yes, Kajal ma'am has given a task to parents now. Now it is an important task for parents regarding the counseling. So parent, now what your child is made for, that you are not going to decide, but your son or daughter will decide. You have to only help them. Okay, what are the weaknesses and what is their strength? You know very well. Help your child to choose the stream and to make a good career. Okay, so all the best, my students. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Before we log off for the day, definitely we'll log off with a promise that we will reconnect with some other interesting topic. Thank you so much.
Thank
you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhuri ma'am and Sridevi ma'am. Thank you, Anupama ma'am and Rahul sir.
Kajal and Rahul, it was nice meeting you.
Same here. Same here.
It was lovely meeting you guys as well. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.